What's up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you another quick little video. And this one is about home defense guns. What's the perfect one? Well, there isn't really a perfect home defense gun. One, it just comes down to what you use, what you have. So, whatever you have, that's a perfect gun for you to use. But now, when it comes to really good ones that will be beneficial when it comes to over penetration and all this other kind of stuff that you want to keep into consideration, because depending on where you live. So if you're living in an apartment, you're going to want something that will not over penetrate if you miss. You know what I mean? And you always got to keep in mind when someone's coming in your home, whether it's through your front door, through your window, whatever, keep in mind on what's beyond that individual. Is there another house? Is there another apartment? Is it an empty lot somewhere? Whatever be the case, whatever it is, make sure you keep that in mind before you do anything. But at the same time, one of the best things, so I'll show you what I use for my home defense because I have two types of guns that I use. Okay, so here's my FN 509, empty and everything, nothing in there. So this is my home defense gun. Like, this is the one that I have sitting next to my bed. And best part is it has a light on it. So if you're gonna have a pistol or anything else like that, right? Especially pistols, we'll go off of that right now. Make sure it has a light on it because you're gonna want to see where you're shooting and who you're shooting at. You want a clarification, okay? Always. So key thing to any home defense gun, flashlight. Okay, and you can get flashlight attachments for any gun nowadays. Literally any gun. Yeah, if you hear my cat meowing at me because he's a little jealous that I'm talking to the phone. Yeah, he's an attention whore. He really is. He's all angry. But so this is my home defense gun, and these are the type of rounds I use. Just straight out, flatheads. These things are nice. So I won't have to worry about over penetration too much. Okay. Now that's a 9mm. So in my opinion, some of the best type of home defense guns that you can use will be a 22. And a lot of people will laugh at that. A 22, that won't hurt nobody. You shoot somebody enough with a 22, if they're not dead, they're gonna wish they were, because a 22 may be a little teeny tiny baby bullet, but that little teeny tiny baby bullet, as soon as it enters into that individual and hits their bone, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna not go just straight. It's gonna go. It's gonna ricochet all over the inside, so it's going to do massive amounts of damage. So if you want something that's going to have high ammo capacity and come in multiple different types, whether it's going to be a rifle, long gun, a pistol, or whatever else be the case, because they have lots of different types of 22s, and they have some really cool looking 22s. So you can get one, a little MP5 style one, put a light on that thing, it's going to be a nice length so that you don't have to worry. Because, see, in my opinion, when it comes to home defense guns, depending on, if you're a home, right, you don't want, to come around a corner with your barrel overextended past a certain frame to the point to where they can easily grab your gun and put your gun away. Now, I'm also not saying if you want a AR-15 or 12 gauge shotgun, because AR-15s and 12 gauges are also really good gun to have when it comes to home defense. And I'm going to show you another gun that I have. Okay, so this is my Foxtrot Mike 45 ACP. So this right here, right, what it does is it shoots 45 calibers. And I use hollow points. Now, 45s do not over penetrate. And that's one of the best parts. It hits really hard, but it's not going to superly over penetrate, which is another benefit. Laser light on this thing, green laser light, so it could be a laser light combo. Something really, really awesome that I like. So always keep that in mind. Okay, iron sights on this because this is literally meant for close quarters. You see how short this thing is? So if I come around a corner, if someone grabs this, there's not very much for them to grab because there's literally the barrel, boom, boom, there goes a hand, and there's not very much for them to grab on. But at the same time, if you're going to have a normal size AR or a 12 gauge shotgun, sling. Make sure you have that on you just in case. if they do grab the gun and try to pull it away from you, you have your sling on you to the point to where, they can go ahead and pull it, but best part is I can let one hand go and I still have the gun and I can still put my finger on the trigger, shooty shoot time. Okay, so if you're gonna use a rifle, make sure you have a sling attached to it and the sling is on you, wrapped around your arm, around you, normal, whatever be the case. Okay, because you never know. Now we've gone over 45s, 22s, and 9mm. Now they make like PCCs, which are pistol caliber carbines, which are a really good like truck gun, home defense gun. It's small. It's very, very, very lightweight, which is another reason why I suggest 22s, especially like if you have a family, gentlemen. One of the best guns to like teach your lady to fire on and your kiddos is a 22. Another really good one to use is a pistol caliber style like AR-15, kind of like the one I have, which is very, very useful. Very lightweight, it's a 10.5, so I mean, not too much behind it, and at the same time, the scare factor of that dang gun. Like when it goes off, it's like a cannon. So there's that. So 22s, super lightweight, and comes in multiple different types, so that it just makes it overall easier for the person to use. 9mm, and those could be pistols or pistol caliber carbines, and those are really nice, lightweight, light attachments. And then when it comes to sling attachments, that's always good. 45s, and that could be a pistol, that can literally be like what I showed you with my Foxtrot mic. Now, with 45s, depending, because with me, I have like Kimber's 1911s. You can't really put a light attachment on that, so I don't use those for like home defense, nighttime, bedtime gun, because I don't have a light for it. Now, if it's me walking around or whatever, that's the gun I'm taking, because where I live, a lot of the time people might be wearing big heavy clothing, so you want to penetrate enough and do a lot of physical force to the point to where they have the oomph. So yeah, and then 12 gauge shotgun, which is another good thing to have, and 12 gauges could be very cheap. You can get some 12 gauges for like $200. So just shop around, look what would that you'd be comfortable with, and then whatever you choose as your home defense gun, make sure you train with it. And that's the big thing. Whenever you're going to do anything with a gun that you have, train. Okay? Train for whatever situation you might think could happen so that you're better prepared. It's like being a Boy Scout and everything else like that. You're going to want to know so that if the situation happens, you don't freeze up and go, uh, where's my gun? Or, what do I do? You don't want to do that. You don't want to be in that situation because time matters. Time matters. And with some states and some cities, with like how like long it takes for police to actually get there, you're gonna want to make sure that you're able to stop the person from either entering or, actually, making sure that you're safe. But also remember this, okay? If they are running, do not exit out your home and keep firing at them. You cannot do that. That is illegal. It does not matter what state you're in, castle doctrine and all of that. It only applies if they're in your home. And if they can find proof that they are running away and you're still shooting at them, then you will get in trouble. So always remember and always be aware of the situation and what's going on, which is why one, a light will help because it will illuminate everything, especially lights like this one. This Olight that I got is really nice. It recharges and it's bright. It's so bright to the point to where like if you're in front of it, it's gonna hurt your eyes a little bit. So you're like, ugh. So really, really good and effective. So always remember those things because you don't want to be in a certain kind of situation. Now, I'm not sponsored by these guys, but USCCA, okay, that's a very good company to get with because they're like almost like an insurance company. If you get into a situation where you have to use your gun, they will legally help you. They will give you the training that you need for whatever gun that you're using. They have all sorts of videos that they can actually show you so that you can be better prepared for certain kind of situations. And they have all sorts of other kind of things that they can offer. Just go to USCCA, check them out, and everything else. A whole lot of gunnies and gunners will sit there and tell you, check them out. Okay, Demo Ranch and a whole lot of other people, they've gone through USCCA. They've seen what they can do. They're very, very useful people. So check them out. They are on YouTube. Just type in USCCA and, watch a lot of their videos. I watch their videos all the time. They have some really good pointers and tips and everything else. So always make sure you check up on your current laws. And always remember this, it's your home. If someone's breaking into your home, it's not your fault and you didn't cause their loss of life or their injury or anything. They chose it by breaking into your home, your apartment, your place of safety. Safe space, right? Like how all these people want safe space. Well, guess what? As soon as I'm in my home, this is my safe space, and if someone's breaking into my safe space and they don't stop after I give them the warning to stop, am I going to make sure that, I make them? Yes. Darn straight, yes. So always remember this: personal safety above all else, and safety of your family above that. Okay, so hopefully this video helps. I hope, any kind of pointer I give helps anyone in the choice of what kind of gun they want to use and, the equipment that they choose to have. Because you don't need no crazy scope on your gun for inside your house, which is why iron sights are perfectly fine. Okay, and train. So hopefully this helped you all. Hopefully everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great stuff. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Take it easy, guys, gals. Later.